Hi, I'm Jason Houtsma, guitar instructor for worshipartistry.com. In this YouTube video, we're going to look at the acoustic verse arrangement for the song Glory to Glory by Bethel Music. Now, we had to be a little bit creative with this one because there is no acoustic in the song, and so we added it to make it more of a 5-piece arrangement rather than having so many electric guitars. So if you want the full lesson with a 5-piece arrangement, head over to worshipartistry.com, click that W in the lower right-hand corner there, and you can sign up for a free account and find out what everything's all about and all you're missing on YouTube. But if you just want to stay here and learn that verse, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, the trickiest rhythm part on this is the verse, which we'll go over in a second. But first, let's just really quick talk about on our choruses, so instrumentals, unless we're building. So for the builds, we're always doing these like 8th note down strums, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but that's usually just for like a measure while we're leading into something else, where we go into this 16th note pattern. So we want to really drive things. Just 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now, especially on that bridge, we want to make sure that we're really hanging in that low range. There's kind of an electric guitar that's holding that down, nice and fuzzy and thick, and so we're having to take that role because with the electric guitar, we went up higher. So so when you're playing those chords, just play the same chords that you normally would, but make sure you're really digging in on those lower ones. Almost like you're playing a bass guitar. Just something to watch for there. Now, let's take a look at this rhythm for the verses. As I mentioned in the intro, there is no acoustic guitar in the song, and the electric guitar is really taking that role on that, with the delay and everything. It's all kind of working together. So in order to give the song a lift in the second verse, that's where we came in with this, with playing it like this. So I'll play it, and then we'll talk through it. So what you'll notice what I'm doing there, nice and slow, I'm using some mutes. So if you haven't taken your muting lesson in the 101 section at the bottom of your lessons page, check that out. But that's essentially what we're doing. We're going down, mute, up, mute, mute, down. So once again, down, mute, right? So down, mute, up, mute, mute, down. A couple more times. Kind of get pretty chunky with it. You just want to kind of hang in those lower ranges. I'm kind of partially palm muting a little bit with my right hand as well. But you can kind of play around with it. If that's too tricky, you could always do more of just a following it a little bit tighter. But I really encourage you to give it that nice acoustic feel if we can really drive it. So I have a loop of that section down below. The other strum patterns I figured you'd have handled. If you can do the other one, you can definitely do those. So I've got a loop that down below as well as sheet music. So make sure you check that out so you really have it locked in. Once you've got that, let's take a look at the walkthrough.